us a message that said, hi. Hi, my name is Tila. Hi, Tila.
Remember that girl, Tila?
I know a Tila.
Me too. Remember she was underage and had a crush on me? And went to Blackman High? What that girl name was? And you knew her because y'all went to school together.
It wasn't Tila, though.
It was someone with a T.
It was not Tila. They only had one Tila at my school, and she was in the same grade as me.
Oh, no, that wasn't her. Because she was going to school when you was graduated.
Yeah, her name
was
like Tila.
And that bitch asked me want to come to one of her sleepovers.
I know who she was. I can't remember her name, though.
Me neither. I thought that was it.
She used to hang around me because I hung around somebody else that was her cousin. She say, anyway, I really love that you guys have respect for each other. I have one question. My sister is a lesbian, and at her school, everyone is talking about her, and she wants to know what she should do to ignore the negative distractions.
Ignore them. But, oh my God. You notice how when you look back at school, it's so easy to be like, ignore that shit. But when you at school, it's like, oh my God, this is my life every day. It gets better. That's all I could say. Like, that might be cliche, but that shit, it really does get better. Like, for real.
For me in high school, I know you ain't never went through that, you.
What?
People talking about you because you gay in school.
No, I didn't.
So I guess this is mine.
Just you all you. I was just like, ignore it. Who gives a shit?
I been knowing I was gay since 15. So of course that's high school, that's sophomore. When people found out, it's kind of like everyone is talking about you in a negative way behind your back. Or they will come up, someone will come up to you and say, I heard from blah, blah, blah. Or I heard that. To be honest, you ignore it. And it's not as easy as saying ignore it.
Right.
But what helped me was I didn't get close to anyone that I knew was talking about me. So if they are in the hallway one way, I go the opposite way. Or if they're outside and I want to go that way, I end up not going that way. Aww. Why? Because I don't want to be picked on and I don't want to be talked about. So when I got to school, it's like you get into school at 7 something. I'm like, okay, 7 something. I got until 2:30
to do this shit.
So every day it was like 7 something to 2:30. It's a job, yeah. And that's really all you have to do. You have to just ignore it, ignore it, ignore it. If somebody starts talking about it, change the subject. If somebody is coming up to you and saying that they heard from blah 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 that you're gay or you're dyking, then be like, and walk away. Because I had to do that so many times, and especially to a cousin, like, and walk away. They're not gonna follow you and be like, hey, 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 hey. Or
yo, if they follow you, punch them bitches in the throat. Straight up.
If you pass by and they be like, that dyke, act like you ain't hear them. Like, don't even look that way. Like, there were so many times that I had to walk by and just be like, bitch, I ain't hear you. I heard you, but I ain't hear you.
You don't let it show.
No. So that's really all you can do is really ignore it. That's how she ignored it. Like, that's how you need to tell her to ignore it. If she have to sit there and count the hours during the day, like, it's going to be over. If she's in the 9th grade, it's going to be over in 4 years.
Oh my God, if she's in the 9th grade. Why made her a senior? Like, girl, this is your last semester. Anyway, bitch, you out there. Like, oh my God, she could be in the 9th grade. That's how it is. Like, 9th grade, like, I went through shit in 9th grade, like, being talked about in a negative way, and I'm just like, okay, I just got to get to the 10th grade, Because once I get to the 10th grade, that means all the seniors are going to be gone. That's who was talking about me. So I was like, okay, get to the 10th grade, So if she's in the 9th grade, she's going to have to be like, okay, I just got to get to the senior year, And then I wouldn't do anything that's, like, really dealing with hanging around them. So if they're talking about her, like, if you can't go to a football game, don't go to the football game. Trust me, you're really not going to miss it. Like, right now, I was in love with the football games when I was in high school, but it didn't do anything for me right now. All I did was win. Like, it's not helping me right now, though. So if you don't go, don't go. Don't go. You just got to, like, really stay clear from anybody that's talking about you. Because people are going to talk regardless. You can't do anything about that. You can't be like, look, you need to stop because being gay or being a lesbian is cool sometimes. Like, okay? Girl,
you might not think it's cool right now. Like, you can't do that. So, Either way it go, you have to ignore it.
But, okay, like, I didn't have that problem in school because I didn't have that problem in school. So, I mean, I couldn't tell you what to do because I didn't have to deal with that. But, like, you look back on your, like, earlier years and you be like, shit, I wish I would have acted this kind of way towards certain things. And now that I'm, like, an adult, like, an old-ass adult at that, like, I'm, like, about to get gray hair, old. I look back at certain things, like, that I handled in my childhood, and I was like, man, if I'd have known what I know now, I'd have been gangster with that shit. And it's like, if I would be in that situation that you're in, you could ignore it. Or you could just not give a shit, and they're gonna get tired of talking about you.
Like, that's the same thing as ignoring it, though. Like, that's what I had to do. It was like, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care.
Yeah, but I mean, like, not give a shit. Like, yeah, bitch, I'm gay, and what? You must want to eat my pussy. Like, just get them the fuck out your face. Because it's like, really, y'all gonna traumatize somebody in high school like this? That shit is fucked
like,
up. I didn't have the high school experience. Like, I did not have that experience in high school.
Now, I'll be like,
you must want me.
These girls are like moving away from me because I don't know if they think they're gonna get the gay off of my skin.
Yeah, you know.
I'd be like, right now I'd be like, I don't want you though.
Right.
Like, I don't want you. But see, then it's like,
you're trying to get
through it. You can't really
it.
say anything like that when it's something like that. Because then it's gonna be like,
they're gonna take it a whole different way.
Oh my god, this dyking bitch say she just done told. Or then the school gonna probably try to like pull you aside and keep you separate from everybody else. Like, you gonna feel like you a disease or something.
That shit fucked up.
So it's like you really don't say anything.
Cause like, I mean, I wish
especially
at
that age and at that like in school
like I really wonder how old she is.
You like,
her sister.
You like, I have to keep going to school 5 days out the week with these people.
Yeah, that shit's like bothering me.
From August to what, May?
Yeah.
Every day. Every day, every day, every day.
And there's only so many sick days where you just don't ever leave that grade.
And like, I would want to say, you know, be like, and what? And
like, yeah, I am gay, but I don't want you.
I don't want you. And
you know what I'm saying? But then that shit can be taken so wrong. And like, it really saddens me. Like, I really almost like the inside of my chest feel like I want to cry because that shit's not fair. Like, so if Keisha Ray comes to school with a baby bump, that's cooler than being gay and not pregnant at 13 or 16 or 17. Like, really? It's okay for these hoes to have these babies in school, but because you're gay, you're getting traumatized and picked on? That shit is so fucking not cool. Like, I want to start my own gay school. That shit is so not cool. Like, that's really not... I did not look through that in high school.
You can fight about it, but then it's like you get in trouble for fighting.
Right.
Or you fighting every single day just because you're gay.
And the school not going to be like, oh, well, you were fighting because she called you gay? Okay, well, that's wrong. So we're not going to suspend you. They're going to be like, no, you two hoes was fighting. Y'all about to be suspended. And that's really not fair because what can you do? And then being in school, you can't go tell the teachers. They're just going to feel like, oh, yeah, bitch, now you a snitch too. You made it worse. It's like there's really nobody to help you. And that's so not fair. Like, I feel bad for your sister. And I just want y'all to know for real, like, if anybody is like this young age, it really does get better because that is so not fair. Like, I never went through that kind of shit in high school.
School is already hard for, like, some people, but if you're gay, oh my God, it's even worse. Especially if you're out. Like, I was the only one that I knew of at that school that was out like that. Other than these two other white girls. Well, they had one white girl, she was my friend in middle school, but then she disappeared, and then she came back, and then she disappeared again. But, I think they had a white stud at my school, I'm not sure. I think she disappeared too. And they were together. But nobody messed with them because nobody really knew them. Since they knew me, like, they knew me because where I live is small. So we all went to school in kindergarten.
Yeah, and then you, like, you know, you're not some random white girl, some random black girl. You're that mixed girl, that long hair, that's light skinned. That's
gay.
Right. That on top of all that bitch gay.
Yeah, so you really just have to ignore it. Like, I go to school every day like, oh my God. And the friends that I had were gay. Nobody knew.
No help.
Nobody knew that.
And that's another thing. Like, don't ever, 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 ever feel like you're alone just because you're alone in school. Yo, you have friends that care about you. Your family care about you. Your sister cares about you because she sent us this message so she can figure out, you know, how can she help. So don't ever get to the point where you feel like you can't talk to nobody. Like, that's just sad, man. Like, you can talk to your sister for real.
And I mean, really, that's nothing. You don't never get to the point where you be like, I'm gonna kill myself because
it's not even that serious.
It's gonna get. I know it's years. I know it.
A million
Trust
times
me.
better.
But it's not a full year in school, so you just have to get through them high school years. And trust me, college is so much better. Or just life that's not in high school is so much better.
Right, like
people are not that way. Kids
are the devil. They're anybody that's under the age of 18, 21, they can be the devil sometimes. Like, for real. And it's like, sometimes people go to college and be freshmen in college and still have a little stupid-ass attitude, and they get their shit handed to them. Because I done ran across bitches in college like that. It's like, bitch, we're not in high school no more. I would whip your ass, and I would never know on this whole campus that we fought. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, that little high school, elementary school shit, that shit is not cool. Don't bother yourself with it. Don't let them get to you because you're better than them already. Because you could be like, ew, you're straight. Ew, bitch, you heard I'm gay? I heard you suck dick for dollars. Like, get the fuck back. Like, for real, you could be childish just like them. Don't let that shit get to you because it will get better. Just go through school. You got your whole summer. Shit, school be out at like 2:30, 3. Man, just live your life for you. Don't try to make nobody happy. And don't try to make nobody understand. Because they won't. The world is not understanding like that. If it was, we wouldn't have wars. We wouldn't need government, police officers, none of that shit because the world is fucked up. So don't let that shit get to you. It will get better. Because, like, oh my God, that whole everything just broke my heart. It's going to get better.